it's Destiny, and today I'm going to be building Zibai and trying her out on my account. Zibai is my very first Geo DPS, so I am very excited to be building her today. Before we get into today's video, I would love to know if you pulled for Zibai or Neuvillette and how your pulls went. Lastly, if you'd like to see more Genshin content from me, consider subscribing to my channel, leave a like to support today's video, and now let's get straight into it. First, I need to pull Zibai, and my hope is also to get copies of the 4 stars on her banner, as they are all 4 stars that I don't have D6 just yet, or in the case of Illuga, another brand new character that is a very strong team member alongside Zibai. After doing my pulls, I was able to win my 50-50 thankfully. I did get C6 Illuga and Zibai's weapon. The 4-star pulls went very well, so we're looking good for Zibai's team. Now that I was able to acquire Zibai, let's go over some goals for her build. I would like to get Zibai to level 80 or 90. I want to get her weapon to level 80 or 90. For her talents, I'll upgrade her skill and burst as much as I can, especially her skill. Lastly, for her artifact set, I'll be aiming for 4-piece Night Sky, as this is one of her best artifact sets. For Zibai's main stats, I would like Defense Sands, Defense Goblet, and Crit Circlet. For substats, I would like Crit Rate, Crit Damage, Defense, and EM. And for Zibai's stats, I would like 2000 or higher defense and a high crit rate crit damage ratio. Now that we've gone over my goals, let's work on Zibai. After acquiring Zibai, I was able to get her level as well as her weapon level to 70, as I did have some materials ready for them. And as for her talents, I was able to get them to level 6 for her skill and burst. There is one big issue though. I was on the verge of becoming broke. This happened last time. I mentioned if I got a loan, I'd probably not be able to pay it back honestly, because I'm always running out of Mora. This is such a common occurrence for me at this point. And I think what makes matters worse is I also have other characters who need to get built as well for my Zibai team. So it's time for ley lines and also politely stealing blaze lilies from my friend for Zibai's next ascension. After a bunch of ley lines, I was able to upgrade Zibai to level 80, and I also began to work on Illuga's ascension and levels too, as I did want all of his passives unlocked. I worked on getting Zibai's sword to level 80, and as for her artifacts, I did have some of them pre-farmed. I'll try to see if I can upgrade these more later on. As for Zibai's talents, I had a nice amount of talent books for her, as well as the weekly boss material that she needed, so I was able to continue upgrading her talents after getting more Mora from ley lines. Now for Illuga, I was able to get all of his passives unlocked, and the other thing is I also have Silken Moon here on Illuga, but the issue is that I also have it on Columbina, which in this particular team, having a Morning Star set on Columbina would be really good, which I do have some pieces that I could potentially upgrade here for Columbina so that she is able to utilize a Morning Star, and then she can just have her Silken Moon set for when she is on a different team. So I think what I want to try is getting some better pieces here for Zibai, and then also upgrading pieces here for Columbina. Alright, we're gonna do a couple of runs here just to see how it goes. Hopefully we get some good pieces. That would be perfect. Okay, first 2 artifacts. We're looking for crit rate or crit damage circlets. And we got an HP Sands. No! It feels like every time I'm looking for very specific stats, even if the previous character I was farming for needed HP, I would just not get them. And now when I'm farming for Zibai, now I'm getting some pieces with HP main stat. I feel like the world is just working against me. Crit damage, energy recharge, HP. Please, no more HP. Electro damage, no! I feel like this is a sign to literally just stop artifact grinding. Starting with the feather, we have a crit damage, EM, and crit rate feather. I'm hoping this feather rolls in everything except for defense. That's all I need, just no defense, please. Okay, EM. I would prefer crit rate or crit damage, please. Okay, crit rate, perfect. Okay, and EM again. Okay, I guess this can work. Grade a circlet for her. I would have to give her a flower, and then I would also have to do a sands. Oh my gosh. Maybe if I get, oh my gosh, I'm considering doing a couple more ley lines at this point. All right, we got some more Mora. Oh, okay, we got double crit. We now have a Morningstar set on Columbina. What did it cost me? Absolutely all of my Mora. Okay, so we have enough HP. I think this is doable. The ER is kind of low though, honestly, but maybe we should just try a double Hydro, double Geo team just to help out with her ER. Now that we have a Morningstar set on Columbina, let's actually just go through my Zibai right here. For the crit rate and the crit damage, I would love more crit damage on her, honestly, but for right now, this is what we're working with. A nice amount of defense. For her weapon, we do have her signature. For her artifacts, we are using Night Sky, and then here are each of the pieces as well. This feather, I would say, is definitely awesome. For her defense sands, unfortunately, it did not roll the way I hoped. As for the goblet, this is what we're working with as well, which it definitely could be better. Ideally, more crit damage and crit rate. And then we have a crit rate circlet, which isn't too good of a circlet. I feel like I have horrible luck with my circlets, so it is what it is. She is C0, and then for her talents, we are at 1, 8, and 6. I tried to upgrade her skill here as much as I could. And as for Illuga and then Goro, so in the case of Goro, I really want to use him on this particular team. I am heavily running out of resources, unfortunately, especially when it comes to Mora. So I think Goro might have to be on the sidelines for today. And I was potentially thinking of having another Hydro character on the team. I might also actually try a Nefa in the last slot. Let's just try fighting our friend over here. And oh my gosh, I just realized I need to change Zibai's glider. I didn't realize I didn't do that just yet. And we're going to fight the Mountain King. Now it's Zibai, we can just click her skill, and then we can now take advantage of her enhanced skill. And boom, there we go. Pretty nice damage overall, I would say. All right, let's try Zibai out in Spiral Abyss. So with Columbina, we're just going to start off our rotation with skill and burst. Illuga, we're going to do the same. And then with Aino, we will also skill and burst with her as well. And now with Zibai, we can just start basic attacking. And once we have enough, we can use her enhanced skill here. And boom, there we go. And now we can just burst at the end of the rotation. So we are just going to attack them like so. And boom. Right, and we are just going to use a buy skill. Now the enhanced skill, and boom, there we go. Okay, now we're gonna try out Spiral Abyss here, but we have a Nefa on the team instead. So we are just going to use our skills and then our bursts, like so. And boom, there we go. And at the end here, we can just burst with Zibai, and with Columbina, we can skill and burst. And now with Zibai, we will just continue with her enhanced skills. And boom, there we go. We were able to clear in about 44/45-ish seconds. Hello, Mountain King. Oh my gosh, it's such a cute enemy, honestly. And oh no, I don't have Columbina's burst. Well, there's a situation where I don't have the burst, but it's okay. What we could do is just attack with Zibai like we were before. Boom, there we go. And the Mountain King has gone down. Okay, I also want to give this a shot here. So we're just going to use our skills. And now it's Zibai. And there we go. And boom. Okay, Zibai was able to break, which is perfect. Now we could just use some of our bursts here. Now with Columbina, we can just skill and burst. With Nefa, we can do the same. There we go. And with Illuga, we can also do the same here as well. And with Zibai, we can go back to using our basic attack and then our enhanced skill. And boom, there we go. And we're able to do it. Yay! We were able to complete that on menacing. Let's see if we're able to clear on fearless difficulty. I'm not too sure if I'm gonna be able to do this, but we can just try and see what happens. All right, our first enhanced skill there. Second one, then the third. And the fourth, and now with Columbina, we will just use her burst. All right, we were able to break like so. Boom, there we go. And now it's Zibai we can burst. We are just going to use our burst here. I did end up getting Columbina's burst right as I swapped into an Effa. So I definitely want to take advantage of using Columbina's burst. And now with Zibai here, we can just keep attacking like so. Boom, there we go. And now it's Zibai. We just swap right back into her. And we are just going to utilize her enhanced skills. Now with Columbina, we can skill and burst. Oh my gosh, we're so close. Maybe we'll be able to do this. Okay, back into Zibai. Enhanced skill. Oh no! Oh gosh, I don't know if we're gonna be able to do this. It is very close. We're so close. Oh, we were able to do it. We literally did it with like 3 seconds left. Last thing I want to try here is the DPS dummy, and let's just begin. Okay, and then swap into a Neffa here. There we go. Now Illuga, there we go. And now it's Zibai. We can just attack like so. Boom. And now with one more enhanced skill, and then we can use burst. Now with Columbina, we can also use her burst as well. Okay, so I think we can definitely get these numbers up a bit higher once we definitely work on our builds. So once I work more on just the talents and then also working on the rest of the team. I really want to eventually have Goro as the final slot for the team. So of course, a Neffa can still be with my Flins. And then when it comes to my Neffa team, I can still use Llama there as always, of course. But then what I could do is just split around my Hydro characters. So what I could do is like have Aino on one team, then Columbina on one team, and then also Farina, but then I also have Xing Shou. So there's definitely options I can use for the Hydro character when it comes to my Lunar DPS teams. Overall though, Zibai was incredibly fun to play. I absolutely love her animations. She's just so gorgeous. So I'm really happy that I ended up pulling her, and I would love to know once again if you pulled for Zibai or Nouvellette yourself, and how did your pulls go? Lastly, if you'd like to see more content from me, consider subscribing to the channel, leave a like to support today's video, and I hope to see you all next time. Peace.